Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So, over the last few weeks, I've been doing something really important. I'm going back and I'm re-reviewing all of my favorite DeFi protocols using my latest and more strict risk framework. Not because anything is wrong, because DeFi just went through another round of serious contagion, and I want to make sure that my opinions stay honest and aligned with reality, not with nostalgia. So today we're talking about Auto Finance, formerly Tokemak, which has become one of my favorite protocols this year. But favorites don't get free passes. So let's break down how they handle the latest stress test, where they shine, and where they sit on my risk scale today. In this video, you'll learn what Auto went through during the recent DeFi contagion, whether they avoided losses by design or by luck, how they stack up using my stricter, updated 4-layer risk framework, and whether Auto still earns a spot in my stablecoin portfolio, and if so, at what size. Just a quick note. If you want deeper dives and the exact portfolio allocations I use in real time, that's available on my Substack. Free readers get all the analysis and paid members get the full portfolio. Link is in the description below. I'm not here to hype Auto. They don't sponsor me, they don't pay me, and honestly, sometimes my favorite protocols are not going to love my risk ratings. What I do is I show you how I personally evaluate risk honestly, even when it's something I like, and I really like Auto. But in yield farming, loving a protocol doesn't help you. Discipline does. Let's talk about the recent mess. When Balancer protocol got hit, a number of protocols suffered ripple effects, including Auto. Their ETH strategies had some exposure, and Auto was incredibly transparent about that. The important part? Their stablecoin vaults were not affected directly. Their ETH vaults were affected, but they would have been covered by insurance if the investor purchased the available insurance on open cover. Sonic was the only chain with exposure to the Stream Finance XUSD issues, and throughout the entire event, the Auto team showed up. No disappearing multi-sigs, no silent governance changes, and no rug behavior. So that doesn't mean that they were invincible. It just means the team handled things professionally, and they didn't get unlucky on the stablecoin side. So was this luck or just good risk management? Here's the truth. It was a bit of both. Auto is a risk-aware team. They've always been incredibly thoughtful about how they route liquidity and balance strategies. But the reality is the Balancer exploit could have landed on their stablecoin pools too. It just didn't. And one thing I always tell people, how a protocol behaves during chaos matters just as much as the result itself. Auto did communicate clearly. They owned up to their exposures. They offered insurance to their vault investors. And in DeFi, that's actually rare, so they deserve real credit for that. Now let's apply the updated stablecoin lad risk framework, the strict, boring one that hates surprises. Number 1, chain risk. Because Auto operates across several chains, including Sonic, my new rules state that the worst chain defines the entire grade. So the chain risk scores a high risk grade of C. Number 2, protocol risk. Super long track record, incredibly active team, insurance availability, transparent comms. This is solid. Protocol risks sit at a medium risk grade of B. Asset risk. For stablecoin vaults, that's USDC, USDT, and fiat-backed stables. No synthetics, no wrapped weirdness. Asset risk equals a low risk grade of A. And number 4, vault and strategy risk. This is the hardest one. Auto runs multi-protocol yield routing strategies. That just means a lot of composability. And composability is generally where most DeFi blowups happen. Any yield abstraction, chain routing, or synthetic exposure bumps vault risk to a high risk grade of C. So the final grade has to use the highest risk layer, and that gives Auto a C grade, which is high risk in my portfolio. Now let me be very, very clear. This does not mean that it's bad. It means 1, high composability, 2, multi-chain exposure, and 3, a lot of moving parts. But Auto is still going to remain a staple in my own stablecoin portfolio. However, it just now falls under the high-risk portion of my boring, make cash flow in any market stablecoin portfolio. I cap high-risk positions at 2.5% max, but realistically, I'll keep Auto and any high-risk position under that. If I wanted to push that allocation to something like 3.5% or 4%, I would add insurance on top of that. Personally, I think 3.5% with insurance on it is quite reasonable. 4% would be my absolute ceiling. No more, even for a protocol that I genuinely love. In the end, Auto handled the recent contagion well. Some of it was smart engineering, and yes, some of it was simply not being in the blast radius this time around. But that's DeFi, and being a disciplined investor means that you have to treat your outcomes honestly, even when you're fond of a protocol. Auto remains one of my favorites, but it stays a high-risk, C-grade allocation for now. If you want to see the full deep dives, including risk tables and the full grading explanations, that's on my Substack. And if you want access to my actual stablecoin portfolio, the real allocations, real moves, real percentages, that's available for paid members. I'm the Stable Lad, and if you like today's video, please hit that subscribe button. Every week I break down what's happening in the world of stablecoins and why it matters, clearly, calmly, and without the hype. This channel is for educational purposes. It is not meant to be financial advice, so always do your own research and manage your risk wisely.